Faith Forged in Fire, where we dive headfirst into the unique challenges and triumphs that comes with being a firefighter, all while exploring what it means to live out a biblical worldview. Join us as we find hope, perseverance, and faith in the midst of the heat and chaos. Welcome to the podcast.
Do we need the 30 seconds of silence?
No.
No?
We haven't been using it if that thing's off.
You said we didn't need it, right?
You're not supposed to laugh, Olivia. This is a
Don't
serious-
encourage it. Don't encourage it.
Yeah. Oh, man.
You might not want to laugh when Vincent's here.
Yeah.
No, we'll get him going, won't we?
All right. So I guess what is this? The first week in June?
First
Yeah,
week in
that's
June.
Right.
Yeah.
And we've got
Steve, were you going to do your thing?
we've got a
You'll know what I'm talking about next week.
time travel joke. So we've got a special guest today. For all you at YouTube, you can see her, but for you podcast and people on your left is Olivia. Then
Yeah, if
me.
you're listening in your car, she's like riding on the side of the road down there.
Yeah, she's hanging on to the mirror.
Yeah.
She's
Slow
riding
down.
on the tailboard.
Yeah, she's
Yeah.
in the little thing with the little basket when you're driving the bike. She's in
Yeah.
the little basket on your left.
The sidecar on a motorcycle.
Sidecar, yeah,
motorcycle.
there we go.
So if the light's on your mirror that says that there's objects in your blind spot, it's her. So
Seriously, guys, check your blind spot.
yeah. But if you're blind, can you check the blind?
All right.
So, anyways, this is PJ's daughter.
Smokey.
1 minute, 39 seconds in, and we're
For-
already derailing.
For those who are into history, this young lady is the only guest that we have had on the podcast twice.
Twice.
Yeah.
Oh,
We still can't talk the other ones into coming back, but we're trying. But she is our only
She's
repeat
also
guest.
the only guest we've had that didn't stay on forever. Oh, no.
And we didn't hire her.
Sawyer, too, yeah.
Yeah, we didn't hire her.
Well, I guess we had other.
Amy.
We've had other guests. Oh, that's
Connor.
true. Amy.
Connor.
was on there.
Yeah, but he wasn't in studio.
What about all the people that we interviewed?
yeah, but not in studio is what I
Oh,
mean.
all right.
But yeah, Amy
Connor
was here
in
too.
studio.
Connor was here.
Amy was in
Oh
studio.
yeah, I wasn't
Connor
here.
was
That's
here. Yeah,
right.
you weren't here.
Anyway,
You were
You know
back
what?
where
It's,
we're
it's your
going.
maturity.
Yeah,
It's.
See how quick it is.
I bet we talk about that next week.
I bet.
Just
you're
remember
right.
when you have your own YouTube channel, don't just
Yeah.
leave these guys out.
What about you?
You can leave me out too, I suppose.
That's a wrap.
Well, folks, that was great having our last second customer on. So, Olivia, other than picking on me, what do you like to do in life?
It depends on the day. I
Okay,
guess.
let's say it's Monday.
Well, let's just say it's the third.
The third of what?
Pick a month.
Well,
Any particular day.
well, most days I sit around, listen to music, or I find something to do listening to music.
All right. Yeah.
I don't know you to sit around hardly at all, girl. You listen to music all the time, but you don't just sit around.
Just sitting
No,
around right
unless
now.
I can't find anything to do.
Okay.
So the one
Which is
thing-
why you're here now.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
Nothing better
You
to
had
do.
nothing better to do.
Yeah, I kicked Benson and Mai out there at Aunt Tamara's house.
Oh, all
There you
right.
go.
And I was just going to ask you, tell us about, do you have brothers or sisters? Because a lot of people that listen to this podcast have no idea.
Well, I have one brother, Benson. He's 9. And she's my little sister. She's almost 8 in 11 days.
Oh.
Are they as cool as you are?
Maybe.
Maybe. Okay. So in the summer, you guys do some fun things. And is 4-H nationwide?
Yeah.
Is that a nationwide
Yeah.
thing? So you're into 4-H. What are you doing? I know you've showed sheep,
No.
goats.
Yes.
Oh, I knew I'd get it close. Are you going to do goats again today?
Yes, but I'm not going to sell goats. I'm going to sell chickens.
Chickens. Now, do you have to do the chicken, like, do you have to walk the chickens around the arena like you do the sheep, or no?
No, but we have leashes for them.
Yeah, they do.
That's cute.
That's not part of 4-H, but they like to
Walk the chicken?
walk the
chickens.
chickens if they can.
That keeps them from crossing the road, right? Then nobody has to ask you
Are
about
egg
why.
prices still really high right now? I'm just wondering, selling chickens,
Yeah.
is that a better ROI than goats?
So 4-H wise, actually, she will make out profit wise a lot better, most likely, on her chickens. Because what happens with 4-H is it's a write-off a tax write-off for businesses, and they love to support the kids because most 4-Hers don't just waste the money they make. Our kids don't. It goes in the bank, and it helps pay for their animals the next year.
Nice.
They pay for all of that stuff, and
Very
then
cool.
eventually it'll be a car or college or whatever they need.
Nice.
So they make out pretty well. They get paid way over market value. So
Nice.
And the chickens, they only have them for a little bit of time. Not a lot of feed like the goats.
Oh, yeah.
So actually the profit margin is quite a bit higher on the chickens.
There we go.
And they learn that. It's funny. It's fun watching the kids at young age learn, like, well, I don't know that I like. She's excited about chickens. Some of the kids are like, I don't really like chickens, but boy, could I make some money if I had a pen of chickens. So,
There you go.
Where do you keep them?
so they do.
At your house?
No,
Not yet.
No, we keep them we have some people
They're
in our church.
In the studio. Didn't,
They come walking
you can't
out
see
here.
my camera.
Some people in our church have a farm, and we keep our goats and stuff there. We,
Nice.
She's
Very cool.
she's
We'll
got
have
her
a-
chickens trained
We'll
really
have
well.
a couple of chickens at home.
So I
soon.
start dancing and stuff, you know.
Do you have to train them?
No.
Do you like get them to roll over or do tricks
No,
or anything
all you
like
have to
that?
do is just work on handling them,
So they don't
checking,
freak out.
checking the parts on the list.
So they don't like ask you if you want original or extra crispy?
No.
No? Okay. So in the future, I know you're pretty young. What are you pushing, 12? Yeah.
You got to you got to answer
Oh, that's
with
right.
your
Yeah.
mouth.
Your mom said no nodding. You have to say yes.
No.
Do you have any idea what you want to do in the future? And the only reason I ask this question is because like 10 years from now, you're going to look this up
Oh, yeah.
and you're going to be amused by what you say today, 10 years down the road from now.
Well, right now I'm into cosmetology.
Cosmetology?
Wow.
Yeah, it's like hair, nails, makeup, stuff like that.
So obviously you don't practice on Dad.
No.
That was her first
Not
trial.
yet.
She learned
Why, you
a
think
lot.
I don't
Yeah.
have
Oh,
hair?
so-
Check his nails.
First try
He'll
was
do the
on
nails,
Dad.
you know.
Yeah.
Does he paint the nails?
He does look good though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
You got a good future. You guys can ask questions if you want.
No, you
Oh,
got the
you got
questions
it.
right
You're
there.
good.
man.
Yeah, you guys didn't prepare
listen,
for this?
We'll get to them.
No.
I showed up late and I'm prepared.
I
Don't tell him that your
I
mom
won't even
came
know
up
what
with
my
all this.
episode will be next week.
That was last week.
No, that's
I already know what's going to be said in our episode next week.
that's what I'm saying. I came unprepared
I have
for
a
my
prophetic.
episode
I have a
next week.
prophetic vision that Rich will show up late in the podcast.
Wow.
Really?
You're like a televangelist.
I know. Send money.
I was going to say, so where
That's
can we
funny.
spend that money?
That's funny.
So, being this is kind of a firefighter podcast, we probably should ask some firefighter questions. But, what's your favorite thing about firefighters,
Well,
other than we're all cool?
Well, I mean, not all of you, but
Yeah, ones with beards. Yeah.
does that make Daddy not cool?
oh no, he's cool.
Oh, he's cool.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's cool.
He's mature.
he's our cool.
Well,
That'll make sense next week.
I like that they're fearless and they put their lives at risk just to save your house.
Yeah.
A house that you can just
That's a
buy
great
another
answer.
one.
That's a great answer.
Yeah.
What do you like to see on the fire truck? Like, what kind of tools you look at there? That's pretty cool.
I think, well, we see them a lot, but it never gets old to see like the axe and life, like Jaws of Life and stuff like that. I like to see those. Those are
That's
neat.
cool. Have you seen them? Have you seen them? Has you seen Dad work with them? Like in training? Have you ever like
Yeah.
watched it where he's like, check this out, and he
I was really waiting for you to
Yeah.
say, well, have you ever seen the air compressor?
yeah, you're going to a sales pitch.
The coolest
No,
part of the
coolest
Yeah.
part, yeah.
Did I tell you about the time where Connor
Where's the
was
squirrel?
using the Jaws? I was doing a demo up north.
It's behind her.
Yeah, I was doing a demo up north. I actually have video of this, and they let Connor come in to like cut the car. He was cutting like the B post, whatever. And what's funny is he was cutting it, and the guy that was training was putting his foot underneath just in case anything shot off. Well, he moved his foot just to reposition himself, and the piece broke and bounced off, slit Connor's leg wide open, and so sure enough, you see on the video where the guy grabs Connor's leg, thank goodness that at the department we were at, they had EMS there. So they said, come over here. So they get them in the ambulance. They're like, they're taping them up and everything. And we had to go over to the hospital when we were
first
done.
they made him finish cutting, right? I mean, he had a job to do.
So just funny, quick story. But I'm sorry, go ahead, Olivia. So you like the Jaws of Life and you like the axes.
I don't know much of the names of like the tools on the trucks. I like the ladder. The ladder's neat.
You ever get to see Dad use them? I mean, have you
Yeah.
ever got to go to a house fire or anything?
Yeah.
Well, that's cool.
Now, when you go to the house fires, do you take over command?
No.
Now, come on.
Has it ever been offered to you?
Yes.
Okay, there we go.
Nice.
And that was on Mom and Dad's anniversary,
Yeah.
if I remember right. Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah. So, being a firefighter's daughter, is it scary to you? Do you get scared that Dad's a firefighter?
Sometimes because I don't know if he's coming home or how he's coming home. Like he might come home 1 minute just fine. The next he might come home with a giant burnt.
Yeah. Cool. Or missing an arm.
Yeah.
Sorry. I guess let's not speculate.
Right.
Do you want to be a firefighter when you grow up?
Maybe.
Maybe.
Oh, that's cool.
All right. You get to climb ladders. Do you like heights?
Depending on what it is.
I heard about roller coasters just a
She
little while
won't
ago.
ride very many roller coasters,
No,
so I don't
they're
think
too
she
high
likes.
and too
Yeah,
fast.
see,
That doesn't mean
But
that
ladders
she's
are
a.
slow.
Is it Benson
so-
likes the coasters? Or you're
Yeah,
talking
Benson
about- Oh, I'm
likes
sorry.
It just
Okay.
means she's smart. It doesn't necessarily mean she's afraid of heights.
I like heights, just certain heights.
certain. That's one way to say it.
So
Me too. Like anything over 5 feet, I
was
draw
gonna
the
say,
line.
So where are we gonna draw
Yeah.
the line? Like 4 feet, 5 feet,
Yeah,
6 feet.
exactly.
Like, whoa, that's too high.
Right. So, what's your favorite part about being a firefighter's daughter?
Well, I get to see more things the other kids don't, like fire trucks, and I get to be in parades and stuff.
Do you get to wash the trucks too?
Or do you have to wash the trucks?
No.
No.
They don't put you to work.
No. But I get to hang out at fire stations sometimes.
I do believe that day that she had command for a little while. They also rolled some hoses, if I remember correctly.
Did they?
Yeah.
Nice. Cool. Then when people find out that you're a firefighter's daughter, do you get any cool things?
Yeah, sometimes.
Like what?
Like sometimes goodie bags or like thank yous or stuff.
It's cool.
You're pretty popular at school, huh? And, your dad's a firefighter. Is that the cool? That's kind of the cool thing when they go, "Your dad's a firefighter."
I mean, yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah. Her siblings think
Super
very highly
popular
of her.
since she's homeschooled. She's super popular.
Oh, did she? I didn't know. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
No, that's good.
I
It's
didn't
a
know that.
three-student classroom.
She's
all-
solid.
Our
know that.
teacher teaches 3 grades.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
She's number one in her class.
She's already on the way to be valedictorian. So
Yeah.
yeah.
But don't you get together with other kids though from other places though? You guys do
Yeah.
have that thing where you get together though.
Yeah.
So you meet other kids. It's not you're not just at home.
sometimes there's another homeschooling family in our church, so sometimes we'll meet for them for like homeschooling field trips and stuff. One time we went to the Grand Rapids Museum, so we'll do fun stuff.
Wow.
I love that museum. Got the whale hanging from the ceiling.
Coolest part is the fire steam engine in there, the horse.
That is
drawn.
the horse
That's
drawn in
cool.
the back
Yeah.
of the building. Yeah. Yeah. Did they open it up for you? Did you get to go? I've been there once where they opened it up and we could actually go and check it out. A lot of times it's closed off. So.
Yeah.
We more did the top and like the middle and the top. By the time we could check out the bottom, everyone was hungry.
Oh, sure. Fair enough.
The classroom is hungry. I can't imagine. So here's a trick question, and I know kind of the answer because we talked about it a little while ago. What's your favorite fire truck?
I like a lot of them, but if I had to pick one, it would either be the ladder or the elephant.
Okay, explain the
Oh, I
elephant.
was going to say, we need some explanation.
Yep, I
here
know
for
what you're
some
talking
The
about.
elephant one is a water truck.
Okay,
Yeah. So we have, depends on what part of the country you're from. If you want to
doesn't
call
matter.
it
It's all a tender.
a tender or a tanker. Yeah, I know. But I've had people argue with me.
They're old school.
I know.
What
But
are two
either
things
way,
what are two things firefighters
Oh.
don't want?
something things to stay the way they are
And change.
So, anyways, yeah, we've got one of our truck carries 5,000 gallons of water, and it has an elephant on the side, and so it's been the elephant truck for my kids forever.
I'm not gonna lie, I was really expecting her to be like my favorite truck's an E1 cab over. People are gonna be like, what? Sorry. Where are you at on the list? Or is that the list?
Right towards the bottom.
Oh, you know what? I was gonna ask that, but you go
ask
for
it. Ask it.
All right.
She's getting sick of talking to me.
Wow.
And you guys aren't carrying your weight.
That's true.
I was
don't
letting
blame
you
her.
get through the list, and then we'll jump in and see where we go.
Yeah.
Oh, fair enough. So as the daughter of a firefighter, as a kid of a firefighter, what advice would you give other kids whose parents are firefighters?
Well, I would say trust, be brave, because it's hard, because you don't know when they're coming home, how they're coming home. So I'd say be brave, trust in God, because you have to trust they're going to be okay. And look on the bright side.
Yeah. Nice. You're a very smart kid.
Oh, shit.
Take after your mom, don't you?
So on that topic, while your dad is gone, do you pray for him?
Sometimes.
That's cool.
How much, and we've talked about this a little bit on the show, how often do you have an idea of what kind of call I'm going to?
A lot.
Yeah. And how do you handle that?
Good.
Good.
Sometimes scared.
I remember a call one time, and I didn't think anything of it until I got home. But the pager went off, and it involved a little girl getting hit by a car.
Oh, yep.
I don't remember how, but basically your age. They said how old on the pager, and I ran out the door. And when I got home, I realized that Mommy said you were struggling. What did you do?
Prayed.
Prayed for
The little girl.
the little girl, and then she could get to sleep when she did that, and I thought that was really cool. So yeah, we don't tell them everything, but I also don't hide from them necessarily what it is that I do, because that's the reality of the world. And they hear the pager, they hear what's going on.
Yeah. Do you announce? Do you announce when the pager comes? Do you announce what kind of call it is?
No, but they hear it.
Oh, okay.
You know, they
And then
hear
when
the
he
pager.
gets home,
because
we
it
ask the
speaks. Because it
question.
speaks. That's right.
Right.
It's not just I'm thinking pager. I would think pager like the old school
No.
pager. You can read
No.
it. You know?
We're not in the
It goes
70s.
off,
That's how it used to
and
be.
then he's got to find a payphone, and then
Yeah.
you got to call the number on it.
See what it is.
Going
I
way
mean,
back. I'm going
response
back.
time is atrocious.
What is your favorite thing about being a firefighter's kid?
I'd say the fire trucks and the parades.
Fire trucks in the parade. What's your least favorite thing? I mean, some of these I think we probably know the answer, but what is your least favorite thing?
You running out the door without us knowing if you're going to be okay.
So the answer to that is, to those of you who are listening, when you see fire trucks on the side of the road, slow down
Yes.
and pull over, get out of the way, because there are, in every one of those scenes, there's somebody, some little kid at home who would say the same thing, and they want their mom or dad to come home. So make sure you are safe, because I think we've all said it. I am much more worried about being on the highway than in a burning building, because I can make choices in a burning building to get out, but I cannot control how people drive on the highway.
You mean you can't control that they're on their cell phone taking a video and talking?
Right.
They're going through?
Exactly. So remember what you just heard. There is a little kid at home wanting mom or dad to come home.
Yes.
Exactly. That's the scariest thing, is I don't think people really, like we had incidents today that we had a crash in front of one of our larger department stores, and there were people that were pretty mad that they couldn't cut through the traffic scene to go get their groceries, because they had to have them right now. And it's like, sorry for the inconvenience. And some of them will do it cautiously, kind of like, I don't know if I can go through here or not, and they'll go kind of slow. But we had one of our major roads closed down to one lane the other day, and we had people coming the wrong way, and you got to look out for them, because you're just such an inconvenience. But I don't think that people really realize that there's kids like her waiting for dad to come home.
Yeah.
So Olivia, you have always been, Daddy was in the fire service before you were born, so you have never known anything different. Have you ever thought about what it would be like to not be a firefighter's kid?
Not really. I mean, sometimes it'll cross my mind.
Would you, if you had the choice, would you give it up? Would you have me give it up, or would you want me to keep doing it?
I'd say keep going
Why?
because it's fun and the world needs more firefighters.
Would he make a better cop or a better firefighter?
Firefighter.
It's pretty easy.
It is pretty easy.
So, any questions for us?
Mr. Rich gave me this idea.
Well, hey, thanks for listening. It's been a great episode.
Yeah.
And, we'll see you later.
Time to land this plane.
That's trouble. That's trouble.
When's Putnam 5 starting?
No. I knew that.
I
was
didn't know.
coming.
I told her I was going to ask about it maybe, but I didn't. So
What's that? Putnam 5.
Soon, hopefully.
Putnam
We keep
5. Where
working
have
on
you
it.
been? Living under a rock?
I mean, it started, right, already.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it started.
But
It's
then-
just been on a fairly long hiatus.
Yeah.
Putnam 5 is a YouTube channel.
And you've heard of the Jackson 5, right?
Yeah.
It's nothing like it.
And the 5,
You're
The-
not
I
wrong.
was just
the
curious if you heard
5
about them.
generally stand for
Oh, the whole family.
the 3 kids, mom and dad.
Oh, okay.
But because PJ is too busy to produce it, it's kind of like Putnam 5 is because they got like 5 videos on their channel. So I put a little, is it peer? That's not really peer pressure. It's encouragement. Yeah, that's it. I try to encourage Dad to do some more channels because they're all
Remember
pretty-
that decision
pretty
thing
cool.
that we literally like again this prophetic thing for our episode next week, talking about the influence of people in your decision making.
Yeah, but I'm here
I
this
might-
week. I'm
I
late
might-
next week.
I might have some influence as well for decisions I don't want to make.
Yeah. So when you get a chance, look up
Uh-oh.
Putnam 5.
Putnam 5.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Don't worry about
Certainly.
it. He probably just made her up a really quick Google email account.
That's it.
I have a question for you, Uncle Rich.
Thanks, Jake. Thanks a lot, pal.
When is the Talking Behind Their Back podcast going to start?
As soon as I can get enough money together to afford really cool microphones like your dad, maybe actually what I'll do is I'll contract your dad and I'll use his studio.
There you go.
Would you like to be my first guest?
Okay.
That'd be cool.
There you go.
And then I have another question for you.
Jake.
What is Talking Behind Their Back podcast?
Well, right now, it's the number 2 in the country podcast. We've got special guests on for every episode that we've ever recorded. Some of them you've never met before, but they're super cool people. Of course, this is all a podcast in my mind. It's actually a joke, is what it is. There is,
It's even behind Rich's back.
there is no podcast called Behind Your Back. But we made this fictitious thing up, and we bring it up once in a while, and
But we got questions from listeners from here
want to know how to
wanting
get
to know
to it.
about
wanting to
Yeah.
know. Yeah, they thought it was real. Well, there were several.
Yeah.
people who
And
thought it
some
was
who know it's not real, but they still want to.
Right. So I have actually thought about doing it and just making a couple podcasts and putting it out there.
Yeah.
But to me, it sounds like a lot of work to record like 4 or 5 shows as a joke and then
it'd be
report
hilarious.
and then try to figure out how to release them and do all of that stuff. I don't know if I have that much energy.
You got to be able to. You got to find a way to actually interrupt this podcast with it.
Yeah,
It
we would just
it
throw them in as an extra
It
podcast on
cuts
here.
into this podcast, and now
Right.
it's just you sitting here.
Ask Daddy. He could do it.
Yeah.
He does
Thanks,
this.
kid.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Dad, come on.
Yeah. He could do Putnam 5 videos too, couldn't
Yeah.
he? Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, so if there's anybody out there that wants to sponsor a young girl to help get her dad's YouTube channel going, go ahead and email Steve at ffifpodcast@gmail.com.
You need a shorter name or a script to remember.
Yeah. At our age, I had a hard time remembering how to get here. But if anybody would like to donate some
Yeah,
video
next
camera
week he'll get
equipment,
lost, I have a feeling.
we'll. Hey, I wasn't
He
lost.
won't even be here on time next.
Yeah, just man. You see how that
I'll have
works?
to go out there and drag him in.
Yeah, just to get him in here.
Yeah.
I'm sure of it.
You know what? Just because you guys are giving me such a hard time, I think I am going to be late next week. I'll show you.
You have to be. I had a prophetic.
But what's funny is,
And then I'm
you
going to
know,
walk
they
into
should
some
literally call
question
that.
that was read so fast, I'm
you're
not going to
you know what?
understand it.
You're going to be out there and you're going to be wandering around.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be like, Rich,
And he's going to think it's a voice from God.
And then I have another question.
Uh-oh.
Are there any other people on the podcast regularly?
On this podcast?
Yes.
Yeah,
Just
there's
you.
Ranger Rick behind you.
Yeah.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
Ranger Randy.
Smoky.
our little friend down there.
Oh,
Rescue
I don't know.
Randy.
It's
Rescue Randy.
Rescue
Thank you.
Randy
Yeah, I
and
couldn't
Rescue
remember.
Rick, whatever we feel like.
Ranger Rick.
Good
Rescue
enough.
Randy. RR.
Why do you
Who's
want
the
to?
squirrel?
Why
Is
do you wanna come back?
there any other wisdom you want to impart to people about being if you wanted somebody who didn't know anything about being in a firefighter's family, if there was one thing you could teach them about it, what would it be?
Your life will change once you become a firefighter. A firefighter will be in your life.
Oh, see, I think that's key right there. Not just the firefighter. Life doesn't just change for the firefighter, but for who else?
Everybody.
Everybody. So this is, and Mommy's talked about that when she's been on here. And if you guys are listening and you're new, go search back through our episodes if you haven't heard it, because
Don't remember which one it was?
she was on here talking about
Episode
it.
54.
Was it for real?
I had shot in the dark. I have no idea.
That's what I figured.
But if I'm right,
It
it'll
would
sound
be
good.
really cool. But just the idea of this is a family thing for us all the way around. It has to be. And so
Yeah, it takes commitment from everybody.
how many times do you remember any times that I have had to leave during any special occasions that you were kind of disappointed that I had to leave?
Yeah.
What were some of those?
Let's see, there was, I think, a birthday. I don't remember any else, but I know there are some.
So here's the thing, though. When that happens, I know you're disappointed,
Yeah,
but you don't always seem terribly sad. Why is that?
because I know you're going to rescue someone.
I'm going to help
It's
somebody
more
out.
important than celebrating a birthday.
Yeah. And so again, sacrifice on the whole family, right?
Yeah.
Family who knows and understands.
I did a quick research here.
Quick research.
Whoever releases our podcast doesn't bother to put episode numbers on it that I can find.
No, the episode number is on the thumbnail. Yep.
Anyways, it was released. It was released.
I don't see it.
I don't either. It was released. Can I see your nails? It was released
No, not there either.
February 14th.
How did we do that? And we didn't even do that on purpose. We missed an opportunity, didn't we?
Well,
We
we'll have to talk
recorded
to-
that
we'll have
and
to talk
released
to our
it on
producers about
Valentine's
that.
Day. Had my wife on the episode. Man, we missed that opportunity.
did. You
We
screwed
sure
that
don't have
right
this
up.
thing all together, do we?
Oh,
No.
You're in trouble when you get home.
Man.
Oh, episode 54.
Yeah. Oh, was it seriously? No, it wasn't.
No, it really
It was?
Look at
That's hilarious.
a wife's perspective. That's 55. That's 53. It was episode 54.
Nice. Way to go, Jake.
Wow. That was
All
really
right.
a shot in the dark.
Anything else you want to tell us?
Boy, she's got a look in her eye.
I
doesn't she?
know. I feel like
did we ask her who her favorite firefighter was?
we did not. I think there's an answer to that, and I
Is
don't
there?
think it's me.
I'm in the boat. So who is, if you had to pick a favorite firefighter, and you don't have to, you can rattle off names, and we'll all just say that we're tied in first. So your dad, you could throw your dad in there with like 4 other names, and you don't have to tell him that he's 5th favorite. But he'll think that you're first.
No, I already know I'm not favorite. So who's your favorite firefighter?
Does it have to be one?
Nope. No, it's your show.
I like Grand Rapids Chiefs.
Oh,
Wow, that sounds like a suck up to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
By Chiefs, you mean all of them?
Yeah, I've met most of them,
Nice. You
and they're
hear,
really nice. And
you hear that,
and
Mark?
And the main one has a
You're
dog.
someone's favorite. He doesn't. He probably doesn't listen.
he doesn't listen.
If he did, he'd text me and I'd know about it.
The main one has a dog, and the dog's my favorite. Does the dog count?
Yeah, Smokey
That's
is
fine.
probably
Yeah.
her favorite firefighter.
Dog
Nice.
Wow.
Does it count?
Good
I mean,
answer. We'll
dogs are
count
cooler
it.
than people, so sure.
You betcha that counts. If the dog's your favorite, then
Part of the command staff.
That's right.
man.
There we go.
Solon's chief.
Oh, I like that. He doesn't even get a name. Just
No, yeah. There are many Solons out there, so I mean,
Solon Township chief.
Yeah.
That guy.
So how did she meet the Solon, Ohio chief? How did that happen?
I mean, Solon, Michigan.
Oh, okay.
And who is that?
Uncle Rich.
Oh, okay.
Uncle Red.
Guess I owe her an ice cream cone after all.
I guess so.
That's right.
You know, Uncle Rich, you're my favorite fire chief too.
Are you? Am I?
Well,
I don't know.
You're
I don't
my
know.
favorite Solon chief.
Are you buying ice cream?
I will. Yeah.
Oh, well,
I mean-
then yes.
But you got to listen to the coach and hit a home run off the tee ball.
I really like the I like
That's for,
the other
that's for $20.
the other guy too.
The other guy.
The other Solon chief.
And then I like.
He's listening.
And then I like Daddy.
Oh,
He's giving me a look.
The other.
Well, now the former
Oh,
other
man.
one who
You know, it's
listens all the
funny.
time. What?
I'm going to be quiet.
It's been a long day. Been a long
well,
day.
All right.
I want to do is kind of we're wrapping this up. I'd like to do a quick plug here on something that I got a chance to do here. It was really cool. Talking about young girls.
I'm sorry, hold on. PJ, did you approve this?
No.
Oh, all right.
I said I would do this.
Well, guys, thanks for listening.
I don't know.
And
Maybe one of my other mothers approved it.
One of your other mothers?
Yeah, like Ashley or Aunt Tamara.
Yeah, maybe.
No, but I had a chance.
Hold on. Steve wants the spotlight.
you gotta have him come dancing in.
We haven't done this for a while.
I know. No. But since you're sitting here, my daughter's 13, so a little bit older than you. But I had the opportunity to go and do a serve week. She goes to Jenison Christian School, and she's now just graduated 7th grade, so she's going into 8th. But I went on a day, and we went to a really cool organization in Grand Rapids called ICCF. And it's the Inner City Christian Federation. It's like the oldest nonprofit of its kind. But what it does is it's a ministry that takes houses and puts people of lower income into houses. So it's a great ministry. We got a chance to spend the whole day there, me and a bunch of her and her classmates. And I just wanted to do a quick thing and just say, please, it's a great organization. They need volunteers, because I think one of the things that we want to do as a family is we want to go ahead and have like maybe a day a month or a day every 2 months where we as a family go and serve in the name of the Lord and help out people that are less fortunate. And this is an organization I'm thinking about doing. So if you're just looking for a really cool organization to help out, iccf.org, and really helping out people, it's a good ministry. And they were very nice that day. Cheryl was very nice, and Debbie was very nice that day and helped us out over the Genesis Christian. So I just want to do a quick plug. That was it.
Wow, that didn't take much to derail that thought, did it? No. All right. Well, this has been a much lighter episode for us as we kick off June.
Wait until next week.
Wait
I have
until
one more
next
question
week.
and then
we got one
a
more
suggestion.
Okay.
Oh, and a suggestion.
Oh, she's watching the podcast too often.
Oh, no.
Quit it, podcast 60.
She's going to be like, cut the time in half.
Can I get more animals and then put them in the podcast?
More animal? What do you
Yeah.
mean more animals?
What kind of animals?
Like
I
chickens?
want a dog and a pony.
What?
Like a real dog and a pony, or here, put that dog in the podcast. How do you like that right there?
Yeah, that would be something.
No, you cannot have more animals.
Birds flying around
What
the
about
room.
it? What if it's her podcast?
Hold on. Oh, no,
Yeah, what if
because
it's mine?
they have to live at my house. Before we land this plane, why don't we explain? People are going to think, they're going to know for sure that my life is crazy. Explain the animals you already have first.
I have a rabbit.
Wait.
named
No, not just you. The family. What animals does the family have?
We have 3 rabbits. We have a guinea pig. We have 3 cats. We have 2 goats.
And soon to be, you
Chicken.
have a bunch of chickens too.
Yeah. And then I'm going to get 3 more chickens.
We
Or
have
2.
we have
What kind
enough.
of girl growing up doesn't have a dog?
One that has
Yeah.
a rabbit, 3
Three rabbits.
3 cats.
Yeah, but they're all in like little coops. Why can't you have a dog?
I mean, the cats probably aren't.
Ashley has 2 dogs and way more animals.
Who does?
Hey, Dad.
Ashley.
I think it's time to get a dog.
Seems like
Come on.
seems to me like
You need a
This is an
Mastiff in your family. They're cute little
opportunity.
dogs.
This is an opportunity for Mr. Rich to babysit dogs more often.
Actually, this sounds like an
Uncle
opportunity.
Rich.
If you think she should have a dog,
Oh, easy
email
with
us at
Ashley is the
FFIF
reason.
podcast
Ashley's the reason. We have a
gmail.com.
guinea pig and she has rabbits.
wow.
Most
So
of the
don't
animals
give
came
Ashley
from
ideas.
Ashley.
Good
So
job, Ashley.
I'm wondering now, what was your suggestion?
You should have some of the Grand Rapids fire chiefs on the podcast, like Chief Brown and Smokey.
Whoa.
You are exactly right.
We do need to
That's
do
something
that.
we're working on. Now,
Definitely
now that
Smokey.
we can have 5 people in the studio, you were the first. This is the first as well that we've had 5 people in the studio.
Wow. You
Yes.
need a bigger studio.
We do.
Yeah.
Boy,
Yeah.
You need to
I
make
have a
room for
suggestion,
Smokey
too.
What?
boy, it'd be nice if we had. Never mind. We'll leave it there. It'll be nice.
Talk about it next week.
Hey.
No, I mean just
You'll probably show up late anyway.
I know. The funny thing is
right.
people are like, "What are you talking about?" And it's not.
when all this
Listen
comes
next
true
week.
next
Right.
week, they will understand.
Yes.
Yep.
They will wonder. They will be amazed at our abilities to look into the future.
And
prophetic.
TJ, if you don't catch on next week, just shoot me a text and I'll explain it to you. Oh, hey, we haven't heard from him in a while.
No.
What's the mailbox count for June? Do you know?
I don't know. I don't know.
I'll hit him up later.
So is this where Mommy gets her cliffhangers? She listens to this, and then when it gets to a good part in our book, she stops it.
There's never a good part in this to stop.
This is the second.
The
This is a,
deadpan way in which you
there
said
is
that,
this,
which is so serious. Like
This is
you
the-
truly believe that. In
this
your
is our
heart,
second
you're
good
like,
podcast that we've
This
had.
podcast is awful. There is no good part. Well, I'll tell you what. Let me tell you the good part. You can go to redflannelcoffeeco.com and use PJ30 and get 30% off your coffee.
Okay. Let me know when it's time for the email.
Go ahead.
Give us the email address.
What's the email address?
You see? She sounds like Steve. FFIF
FFIF
podcast
podcast
at
at gmail.com.
She does it better
You're
than I
hired.
do.
And then
She does it
we're-
better than me.
What
then
should they do to
you're
our
coming in
YouTube
from-
channel? What should they do?
They should subscribe and then hit some other YouTube channels.
Hit some other YouTube channels too.
right. And go to Putnam 5.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you
You
go.
should check out Putnam 5, Thinking Out Loud with Pastor Joshua.
If I get some new subscribers, maybe we'll kick that channel back off again.
No, you won't.
and
And then where can they listen to us?
you can listen to them at
Wherever they get their podcasts.
wherever you get your podcast.
I was waiting for her to say in the car,
And find
in
us
the kitchen.
on
In the kitchen. Yeah,
Facebook, Instagram. All right. You got to wrap us up.
How do I do that?
How do you do? Tell them.
Well, don't ask Steve.
We're out.
I'll just keep talking.
Say, see you later,
How do you
alligator.
do that? Well, listen, let me give a
10-4,
plug real
thank
quick.
you for listening.
Hey, well, hold on. There's something else we forgot.
What?
Where do we get our coffee at our house?
Red flannel, it's the best.
Can you? I got a question for you.
I was going to ask her what her favorite coffee was. But I don't know.
Hey,
Have you, when
free
you
coffee
get
for the Putnam House.
when you get a fresh bag of that coffee, are you able to open it for your parents, or do you need them to open it for you?
I don't drink coffee, sadly, unless it's from Starbucks or Big B.
Oh, she just
That
went
is
down.
a wrap.
She went. Oh.
Okay, for you on the podcast, Jake has a tear in his eye.
We're done. We're done. We're all right. She's not welcome back.
Apparently, she doesn't drink much coffee because we very rarely get coffee from there because we like our.
Be honest. There's
No.
it's not really. It's not really.
When I
a
get
coffee.
red flannel coffee, I like
No.
it.
It's not. That's the thing.
Well, you got to
It's-
get frappuccinos going is what you got to do. That's
I mean, listen. I have espresso, so if you want to make a frappuccino, make
Yeah.
it.
You know what it
Make
sounds like, Jake? This sounds like child abuse, where the parents are keeping the quality coffee for themselves
completely
and making
agree.
the children drink the mediocre.
The cheap stuff.
Yeah.
She's gonna drink the cheap stuff.
Hey, remind me Sunday. I'll sneak in a Mountain Dew. And you can do a comparison.
Remind me after this. I'll give you CPS's number. I'm kidding.
All right.
I'll wrap us up, Rich.
40 minutes in.
That's it. Planes
Stop.
crash and landing.
See you.
Planes landed.
Crash.
We'll see you next week.
Do we
Take
have
care.
parachutes or are we just free falling?
Oh, we're free.
We got
falling.
wingsuits
That's it.
on.
Yeah.
We're out.
We're gonna land in Jello.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Da, 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 da.